Welcome back to Penwith Radio. Now, Twitter, you guys have been going absolutely mental for my next guests. It's fair to say they have a gigantic fan base, and yeah, how pleased I am to have them on the show today. So, obviously, Kingsland Road, they've done amazingly well, and they've got their tip for great success this year. And I'm now going to talk to Matt from the band. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
You alright?
I'm good, thanks. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Thank you for coming on the show. It's fair to say you have a lot of fans. They've been tweeting in their hundreds today to ask you some questions. You must love all your fans, right?
Yeah, our fans are brilliant. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
Oh, that's pretty well. I got some questions for you now. First of all, I've got to say a big congratulations on the journey that you've had last year and this year. I mean, it must just be mental, but I kind of wanted to ask you, what is it like to have overnight success in a way? Because, I mean, you go on a show like The X Factor, of course, watched by millions, one of the biggest shows, and overnight you are like a sensation. I mean, you're trending all over Twitter, you're having thousands of people message you. So how would you describe the feeling?
It's just like a roller coaster. Before The X Factor, we were working as hard as we possibly can, and we were building a fan base, and they've been there from the start, and they've helped us a lot. But I think as soon as we did X Factor, the exposure was just immense. So all of a sudden we've gone from this, hard-working band in Shoreditch, and then overnight we've just gone from the fan base has almost tripled, if not quadrupled, and it's just overwhelming. It's such a good feeling. It's crazy.
And I mean, you guys were different as a band because, I mean, you came on, you were all very stylish, you got great banter, you were having a laugh with the judges and stuff. So, I mean, do you think your style is one of your trademarks as such? Because a lot of people always comment about how cool your hair looks, how cool your clothes look. So would you say your style was a big part of Kingsland Road?
I think Twitter went in overload over our style. I mean, some people said we got dragged through Top Man backwards. Things like that. But yeah, it's a talking point. It gets people talking. So I kind of think that is a big thing. And we just try to be as quirky as possible. And as the hair goes, as mad as possible. It's just weird haircuts, especially Jay's.
I think your hair looks awesome, I must admit. But
thank you.
As a band, musically, do you as a band or individually look up to another musical artist for inspiration? Is there somebody that you look at and you learn a lot from them, would you say?
The thing is, because we're like 5 really individual lads that somehow come together and gel, so we all have different inspirations. Like Connor's he's more like, he likes his mod stuff. Jay is solely R&B. He's like Beyonce. Josh, he likes his house music. So all these different ranges of like music, we kind of bring it together, and that's how we get our influence. So we'll take a little bit from here, we'll take a little bit from there, and that's how we kind of go around things. And in terms of like inspiration and who we look up to and things like that, I don't know who there would be. I mean, obviously, One Direction have got it on lockdown, and I think the things they do and the hard work they put in is just incredible. So we kind of look up to them a little bit.
And I do know one person that I've heard you're going to be working with is the legendary Barry Manilow. I mean, is that correct?
Yeah, I know.
That's mental. I mean, he is literally the leading, songwriter. He's one of the most successful artists around. I mean, tell us, this time a year ago, did you ever expect you'll be working with a legend like that?
No, not at all. I mean, he is such a legend. I mean, could this be magic? I mean, the stuff he's done is just incredible, and we're super excited to be getting in the studio with him.
Now, I mean, a lot of people have been tweeting in already asking when your first kind of stuff's going to be coming out and released. Can you tell us about your upcoming projects and when, we're going to hear Kingsland Road's music?
I'd say it's going to be probably before summer, not too far away from summer, because we've been in the studio, over the last couple of months, been literally working so hard, and the tracks we found the sound now, which is brilliant, and I'd say it's definitely a summer feel, so we want to bring it out near summer, we're so excited to bring it out. I mean, we've got some absolute bangers.
So hearing back to the, the tracks you've done, you were excited and happy with, the outcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's brilliant news. Now, also another thing that you guys have literally been everywhere at the moment, but you did a big shoot for Gay Times magazine. I mean, was that a fun experience?
It was different. It was definitely a different experience. I mean, holding Thompson's bare arm was probably the hot bit. But no, it was fun, and the whole team we worked with were great, and we had a great laugh, and the outcome was really good. We was happy with it.
And another, earlier on I was listening to the cover that you'd done of Ellie Goulding's Burn. Now, I mean, she's already come out and said that she's a huge fan of you guys. So what does it feel like to have all of these celebrities being fans of you? I mean, that must be nice that other artists so successful are realising that you're very talented, and obviously people like Barry Manilow wanting to work with you just shows how much people in the industry are taking you guys seriously. Yeah, it gives us hope, and it pushes us to work harder and harder in the studio, because we've all got 5 individual voices, we've got 5 individual strong voices, and to be told that from Ellie Goulding and people like that they're fans of us and want to hear our music just spurs us on to get our music out there, and we're trying to do it as quick as possible. I can't wait to hear your stuff. But what I wanted to do now was I want to get to know you guys better as a band, so I thought for you personally I want to ask you some questions, so kind of some scenarios, and you've got to tell me who out of the band is most likely to do or to be in that certain situation. So I'm going to ask you a question, and you just nominate someone in the band who's more likely to do that. Are you okay for that? Yeah. You're up for it. Okay, I'm just going to put some music on for it to make it sound a little bit more showbiz-like. That's what we're going to do now, okay? Here we go. So all you got to do is tell me who in the band is most likely to do that, okay? Okay. Right. So, who in the band would most likely sing to Jedward when in the shower? Connor. Connor? Yeah. Is he a Jedward fan? He's not a Jedward... I'm not sure if he's a Jedward fan, but he's got a Jedward haircut, so that's the first what popped into my head. Okay. Who in the band is the most successful with the ladies? I'd have to say Josh. He's got a lot of chat. Who in the band is most likely to get kicked out of a hotel for bad behaviour? Thompson, all the way. Okay, who in the band would be most up for going on something like Strictly Come Dancing? Connor. He's got great hips. Who in the band spends the longest doing their hair? I'd say it's Josh or Jay. I'm slowly creeping up there, but I'm going to have to say Josh. Josh. Okay, who in the band... Who else have we got here? Who in the band eats the most fast food? Thompson. Who in the band has the most clothes, like the most ridiculous amount of clothes? Josh. He literally has a whole shop in his bedroom. And who looks in the mirror the most? Josh or Connor? Connor. And who in the band looks like another celebrity out there? So is there someone in the band that you always say, oh, you look like so-and-so? I'd say that is probably Connor. They always say Connor looks like Leonardo DiCaprio, which isn't bad. That's a good compliment. Who's the biggest... Now, this is... I can't wait to hear the answer to this one. Who is the biggest diva? Thompson, hands down. Really? Absolutely. He's a diva, is he? I tell you, you want to spend the night with... He's a diva. He's such a diva. Who's the most likely to cry when they're watching the Titanic? Connor. And who tells, like, awful jokes, like really bad jokes? So when you're telling a joke, you have to kind of fake laugh them. I think I'll take that one. You're going to take... Okay, what's your worst joke? Obviously clean, but what's your worst joke? God, I think I said one the other day. Why did the little kid drop the ice cream? Why? He's got hit by an ice cream van. Oh my god! It's awful. I thought bad as in. Oh my god! Yeah, I can see what you mean now. Yeah, just awful jokes that I think it's going to be funny, but it's not, and everyone's just like. Now we've had some questions come in from your fans. Now I've got a couple of minutes to ask you as many as I can. So are you okay to answer these?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're going to get as many as we can read out for you. Now, do you know, since we've been on show, we've had over 100 tweets come in just in this interview alone from questions, so that's pretty impressive. Rachel says, I want to ask if it's true that Matt used to be a builder.
Yep, I used to be a bricklayer.
So you obviously don't do that anymore. That's something you've left when you was on X Factor, I guess.
No, I don't do that anymore. But I'm thinking of building my own house. I might build my own house.
Nadine says, here's a question. When will the boys be coming to Ireland?
As soon as they accept us. We'll come. Let us come.
There we go. Sharon said, what's the best thing about Kaylanders?
Best thing about Kaylanders is they make you smile every single day.
Oh, and then we've got Gemma. She says, when is there going to be a Kingsland Road social in Birmingham?
I can't release that, you know. There might be coming one I think it's going to be, say, maybe the next month or after that, but it's definitely in the pipeline. We've been talking about it.
Now, Rachel and Abby said, what's the strangest thing that's happened to you?
Strangest thing that's happened to me? I'm not too sure.
So has anything weird ever happened to you?
When I was like 14, 15, I went to sleep, and for some reason, I have no idea. I used to sleepwalk quite a lot, but I woke up in my brother's cupboard.
That is pretty strange. I like that.
But I've stopped sleepwalking now.
Now, Emily says, if you could be any other member of Kingsland Road for the day, who would it be and why? I like that question.
That's a good question. I'd like to be Jay, because nobody ever knows what goes on in Jay's head. And he says some of the weirdest things, like, that just don't even make sense. He said the other day, guys, is it possible that you can sue someone if they scare you? And we were just like, what? Why do you think of these things? So yeah, definitely Jay. I'd like to know what goes on in Jay's day.
Now, I love the next question as well. Elaine says, what are the steps to a perfect selfie?
What are the steps for a perfect selfie?
Obviously, you should know
right
this.
Angle. You've got to find out the best angle of your face.
Right.
So I always put it up a little bit higher, because if you put it down below, you know, you can get some sort of double chin going on. Nobody wants to do that. So yeah, I put it up, and then I've got a thing on my phone. If I go shout, it just takes the photo.
Really?
So I don't have to like awkwardly press buttons and stuff like that. I've got it on lockdown, honestly.
We had literally like 50 questions in regards to selfies, so I know that you're a pro of them. Bella said, can you get you to say, Bella's my treacle, it will make her day?
Bella is my treacle.
There you go. You've just made someone's day by saying that. How about that? Now, we've also got another question. It's in from Matt's Girls. They say, what is the best thing about being in Kingsland Road? So for you, what's the best thing about being in the band?
Best thing about being in the band is being four other lads, you know, who you have the time of their life with. Like, I wouldn't want to do this whole experience with anybody else, because, you know, when we're together, we always have a laugh, we're pranking, you know, we just generally get on, and it's hard to find, you know, four people you've got to be with every day to get on with every day, and I'm really lucky that I've got four genuinely nice lads and talented lads.
And we're going to get through a couple more now. Nat said, has a fan ever scared you? Has one of your fans ever really, really scared you?
I was a little bit scared once, not going to lie. She gave me this card, and I opened the card, and there was a condom in there. and I looked up and was like, oh, you know, but her face was a little bit like, no, I'm being deadly serious. So it's kind of, oh, thank you.
I normally think that kind of, when you're in a boy band, you'd get loads of sweets, you'd get loads of things given to you. Condoms, I didn't really think were something that you'd be given, but there you go. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. I wanted you guys on for a very long time, and I'm so glad that you're going to be working with, you know, amazing people on your music, and that things are going so well for you, and I'd love to get you on the show again.
Absolutely.
It's been an absolute pleasure. We're going to speak to Josh now. I'm going to ask him the same questions that I asked you in regards to Who in the Band, and we're going to see who he says and see if he kind of... So that's going to be interesting.
Oh no.
So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll hopefully speak to you again soon.
Yeah, thank you, mate.
Thank you. Take care. We'll speak to you again soon. Thank you.
See you later.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Absolute lovely, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Now, guys, since we've been on air, I've had 149 tweets come in. There's no way I'm going to get through all those in the next interview, but thank you so much for keeping them coming in. We're going to call Josh up now, and we're going to get him on the show. Kingsland Road, okay? Now, literally, like I said, we've had like 200 tweets now since we've just done the last interview. It was very, very fun. And I'm looking forward to asking Josh the questions that I just asked Matt, and see what he answers. So let's say hello to Josh. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, mate. How's things?
Really, really well. Very excited to have you on the show, and I know that lots of your fans are excited to hear you as well.
Oh, quality. I'm excited to be on it.
Now, I just kind of spoke to Matt then about, obviously, your time on the X Factor and how mental it was to have overnight success. And he kind of said it's just mental, 1 minute to be, trying to build a fan base, and then overnight having thousands of people, following you and tweeting you. So how did you find the experience of being overnight kind of stars?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, for me, it didn't feel like overnight stardom.
Yeah.
Because, so much is happening at once that you don't really get a chance to take it in, to be honest. You don't even get a chance to sit there and absorb it. So for me, it was just like, it was just crazy. Like, I didn't realise all the hype that was going on until we actually left the show, kind of thing. Because you're in such a bubble and there's so much going on that you don't know what's happening on the outside world, really.
And I mean, for you, you were very lucky because you were working with Gary Barlow, and I mean, he being a member of one of the most successful boy bands ever. Did you think he kind of understood you and got you guys as a group because of his past? Would you say that was kind of helpful to you?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I mean, to be honest, when we got him as our judge, we were buzzing. We couldn't have got a more appropriate judge. He's in like the biggest boy band in the world, and he's an amazing songwriter, and all the stuff he does vocally, it's incredible. So to have that kind of knowledge and wisdom on our side was a blessing, really. It was lucky.
Now I know that things are so optimistic for you guys in your future because you're working with the legend that is Barry Manilow. You're working on some great music. How excited are you for this year? You must be absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, mate, you know what? It's a very exciting time for Kingsland Road. We're in the studio a lot at the minute, and we're making some really, really exciting music, and literally we just can't wait to sort of show everyone what we've been up to since leaving the show, because it's going to be a great year.
Now, a minute ago, I asked some questions to Matt about I was asking him a question, and he had to tell me who in the band is most likely to do that certain thing. Now, we had some very interesting answers from him. Now, we're going to ask you to see what you say. Okay?
Let's crack on. Yeah, let's do it.
So, who in the band is most likely to sing to Jedward when in the shower?
Connor.
Yeah, he said the same.
Just because he's blonde and looks like them.
That's exactly what Matt said as well.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Who is the most successful with the ladies?
I'm going to go for Thompson.
Who in the band is most likely to get kicked out of a hotel for bad behaviour?
Thompson or Jay.
And who in the band would probably go on Strictly Come Dancing if they were asked?
Definitely Connor. 100%.
Connor. And who spends the longest doing their hair?
Okay, it's not me, but Matt will have definitely said me. And I'm going to go with Connor as well.
Good. Who eats the most fast food?
The most fast food, Thompson, hands down.
Who has the most clothes, like just too many that they don't need?
I'm going to put my hands up and say that's me.
That's you. Who looks in the mirror the most?
Again, Matt will have said me, but I'm going to go with Matt, actually. He is selfie king. Right. Selfie king.
Who in the band looks like another celebrity? So is there somebody in the band that you say, you remind me of so-and-so?
Well, Connor always gets compared to Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's what Matt said.
A massive compliment, and I don't think it's fully true, but you know what? We'll give him that one. Bless him.
Now, this question, I enjoyed asking this one. Who in the band is the biggest diva?
Biggest diva? Thompson. Definitely Thompson.
He said the same.
100%.
Who in the band is most likely to cry when they're watching the Titanic?
Jay, actually, surprisingly. You wouldn't think it, but he's a very emotional boy.
And who in the band tells, like, really bad jokes?
Really bad jokes? Matt. Some of his jokes, literally, he says things, and you know when he just silences the room?
Yeah. He done that today on the radio.
Oh, really?
He said, why did a little boy drop his ice cream? And he said, because he got hit by the ice cream van, which, silenced the radio.
It's so awkward, isn't it? Sometimes we're just having banter, like the lads, and he'll say something, and we'll just turn around at him, and you give him that look, as if to say, what did that just mean? And not everyone's just silenced, and you just have to awkwardly carry on. But, yeah, it's mad.
Now, are you okay to answer some of the questions from your fans now?
Yeah, sure, mate, no problem.
Emma said, can you ask Josh if he will come back to Wakefield?
Oh, Besta, we always get this question. Well, we love to come back to Wakefield, basically, anytime we get given the opportunity to. So, yes, 100%.
Now, this is an interesting question. It's from Cecily. She said, please can you ask Josh, who amongst the band does he think has kind of the best vocals? That's a bit of a tough question.
Who has the best vocals?
Yeah, so I think you're very good all together.
God. Oh, well, we've all got very different voices. I don't really know. I guess it depends on your taste, because everyone's got, like, different sounds.
Yeah.
I like listening to Jay sing.
We got another question from Becca. She said, what's the perfect thing for you to do on your day off? So what do you enjoy doing when, you're not working?
Okay, so I'm actually a secret geek at heart, so I'll probably get out the Game Boy, play a bit of Pokemon, maybe a bit of FIFA, that kind of thing.
Bit of a lad day.
You know what it is? Yeah, mate, no. I'm so not, but no.
Now, Eleanor said, a question for Josh, what is your favourite song to perform live?
Favourite song to perform live? At the minute, it's Burn, our cover by Ellie Goulding.
You got a very good response to that, and obviously Ellie Goulding's already said that she's a fan of you, so that must be a massive compliment.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like, while we were on the show, she came backstage and said hi, passed on a little bit of wisdom. I don't think any of us really listened to what she was saying. We were just too busy, like, dropping our jaws to the floor. Oh my God, it's Ellie Goulding. But no, that was really nice. Now,
Nima said, did you treat Connor like a prince yesterday?
Do you know what? We didn't do that much for him, and I feel a little bit bad for it. But we got him a birthday cake, and we brought it out at like midnight, got the candles lit and everything. It was really nice. Just had a nice little, like, night in kind of thing. That sounds really pathetic, but that's what we did for his birthday. Because it was kind of only a 20th. It wasn't, like, a big deal. My 21st was, like, a couple of weeks ago, and we went all out, so I think everyone's still a bit spent from that.
So I'm out for my 21st tomorrow night, so I'm hoping that's going to be buzzing, because obviously that's the big one.
All right, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Stay out of trouble.
Now we got another question. It's from, let me have a look here. It's Amy. She said, can you ask Josh, if he could be anyone famous for one day, who would he like to be and why?
Oh, that is a tricky question. Do you know what, if I was anyone famous for a day, I'd probably be Megan Fox, just so I could stare at myself.
I think a lot of people would say that, wouldn't they?
There we go. Easy answer.
There we go. So we literally got hundreds to get through. I can't get through all of them, but just to let you know, you've got a lot of fans, and they basically all love you.
Oh, bless them. Send all my love back, please. Ooh. Love you all. Thank you. You're amazing.
Now, Josh, thank you so much for coming on Penwith Radio today. We'd love to get you back on again, and hopefully get you down here in the southwest to do a gig.
Yeah, pleasure, mate. We'd absolutely love to.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Yeah, thanks, mate. All right, take care. Have a nice day.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Oh, another lovely member there. Guys, honestly, I'm so sorry I couldn't get through all of your questions. Literally, we've had over 500 today already, so I am so sorry. But like I said, they all love you. Thanks for getting your questions in, and hopefully if we get them on again soon, we'll try and get some more questions. Let us know what you thought of the interview on Twitter. We'd love to read them out. Coming up next, we got some